welcome to another Worst Fanfic Readings. I apologize for taking so long to get the third one out, but here it is. So, what will I be reading? Intruder Legolas One Shot. And it has a poster of Hugo Weaving's character from Lord of the Rings, and under it is a caption that says, "Stay off the grass." Okay. The author is, I'm going to try and say this right, Lothriel Sarwin? I'll just say Loth. Okay, fluffy, lovey, one shot. Rated fiction K+, English, suspense, Legolas, 934 words. It's got 9 reviews, 3 faves, 3 follows, and it was published back on July 23rd, 2009. And before it says, "I wrote this a while back, smiley face. Nope, I do not own Lord of the Rings, but I do love Leggy. If that's not an ominous sign of what's coming up ahead, I don't know what is. Okay, let's do this. Intruder. I had awoken, slightly startled. Something had obviously moved or sounded in this still nighttime silence. I sat up and brushed the covers off slowly. I then proceeded to grab my robe and put it on. No slippers, for the treads may alert the thing that woke me. No slippers, for the treads may alert the thing that woke me. Okay, just to get this out of the way, it should say that woke me, not what woke me. That's a... Okay. No slippers, for the treads may alert the thing what woke me. If it's living, that is. I also grabbed the decorative long knife from my nightstand. I walked quietly and quickly out of my room and down the hall. Silence was filling my ears. Warily, I grabbed tighter of the blade's handle. I checked every room for any minute detail that was out of place since I had made for bed. Nothing. Maybe I was just being paranoid as usual. The bathroom door was not even moved a centimeter back. The lighthouse light blinked with perfect timing. The spare bedroom's dresser drawers all shut neatly. I rounded the last room and stopped. The last room was the kitchen. Nothing too valuable in there, really, unless they wanted my handmade plates. Okay, that's kind of funny. I cautiously poked my head in the door to meet a pair of eyes. I jumped back and double-glanced. These eyes were full of love and concern, and they were of the brightest blue I've ever seen. I couldn't speak. His attire was a lovely green tunic with matching leggings. I smiled at my little intruder, and he smiled back. Yeah, if some intruder came in my house with a green tunic and matching leggings, I would not smile at my little intruder. I would get out the shotgun and say, "Get the fuck out of my house." Anyway, you have to understand that we have been seeing each other privately for many years. Oh, now you tell us. If my father knew, he would probably never, ever approve of us. Well, yeah, he's sneaking in there in his elf attire. My intruder stood up and wrapped his arms around me. Wrapped my around his neck as you nuzzle his chest. Okay, that sentence is terrible. He smells so lovely, of mint and evergreen. He kissed my hair. In turn, I giggled. I looked up at him. "I wish you to be mine, now, always, and for eternity," he thought in my head. What, are they speaking telepathically? I nodded vigorously in agreement. He bent his head to mine, our lips so close, his breath skimming over my skin. I closed the gap and mustered all the love I had for him into that kiss. We stayed like that for a blissfully long time. All is so perfect, melanin. Okay. I wish I could show the world how love is. I think you mean I wish I could show the world what love is, not how love is, and how peace should be forever be. I smiled up at him, knowing what a sacrifice that would be. Okay, heads up, now the text has gone bold. I don't know why, but whatever. His skin was glowing with happiness, his eyes radiant with love. He's so perfect, I thought to myself. I kissed him again, and he ushered me to a seat. He took the next one over and put his hand over mine. Squeezing it lightly, he spoke, Madame Melio, I wish... ... I wish you to accept an offer. I put faith in me to fulfill it, if it means us to leave across the sea. I leaned close to him. I have doubt for me not to accept, for I have never said no to an idea of yours yet, even after so many years. Go on then, tell me. He smiled with a bit of courage. Oh, Madame Eliot, we have spoke of this subject so many times over, but I wish to finally make it official. Yes, a bit sooner than planned, but I cannot wait any longer. Madame Eliot, you have been with me through battles and the darkest time of all history. You were my light in those dark times. You took away my troubles. Now I wish to be your light, and to take away your troubles, or to take your troubles away. Regardless of what anyone thinks, Madame Eliot, I love you so very much, and I wish... I smiled gently at him as his words got lost in his throat. He smiled even braver now. Madame Eliot, marry me. Please say you'll be my bride. I jumped up, smiling like never before. I sat on his lap and wrapped my arms around him. My elf, my love. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, yes, yes. And 1,000 times yes. He picked me up and spun me around. When he sent me back down, I looked up worriedly. Oh, but how will we tell Adar? You know how he wanted me not to marry a fighter, or a frontman who walks with danger yet. You won't have to. Both my love and I spun around. My father stood there with a look of timed patience. I knew it would happen sooner or later, daughter. I just wanted what was best, but I now see that the best is one who can protect you from anything, and loves you and much as I love your mother. Madame Muriel, you have chosen well. I ran to him and he spun me once. Thank you, Adar. Thank you so much for your blessing. He smiled at me. A truer smile than he has in around 100 years. He motioned my fiancé to come closer. He did. My Adar wrapped his other arm around his soon-to-be son-in-law's shoulders. He kissed both our foreheads, then left with that same smile. My now fiancé and my eyes met. I wrapped my arms around his neck, engulfing me in his scent again. I glanced my head where my Adar had just been standing. No she-elf could have ever asked for a better Adar, and my Adar, Lord Elrond, was the best. I looked back at those blue eyes and thought how much I love him, how much I love my Legolas. The end, and I feel so dirty reading a Legolas wet dream. Ugh. Yeah, this was a pretty bad one. It's not the worst I've ever read, but it's up there. I mean, terrible spelling and grammar sometimes. And also details that just come out of nowhere. And of course, again, it's a Legolas wet dream. What can I say about it? I mean, what else can I say? So, yeah. That time to put this to rest. Again, the link to it will be in the description down below if you want to read it yourself and have a good laugh. But now I'm curious as to what the reviews say. Let's see. Guest said, hot, hot, hot. I don't know why you would call that hot, but whatever. Jenny Royale says, don't change the format to bold in the middle of the story, and you really need to improve upon your grammar. And Legolas is not the type of person to keep eating a girl when her parents disapprove. I guess so, but yeah, you don't know that. I'm a little confused. Why exactly did you change the bold and grammar? But I think, let's see, I think regularly could be my favorite one. This was unique, to say the least. I will give you some advice. Your formatting is utterly confusing and random. The story leads nowhere. I certainly did not know what is going on, who is speaking, etc. Paragraphs are nowhere to be found, and the grammar was everywhere, but I will give you some encouraging words. Keep writing stories and you will get better, and always learn from other writers. I can assure you that it will be help to you if you do things I advise you to do, along with the other 5 other or so reviewers you have on this story. I think they have given you some wise words and encouragement, as I have. Yeah, there could be potential here, but it's just, Oh goodness. I mean, there's something there. There's a couple of okay sentences, and there was one okay line, like like there was nothing in the kitchen except for the homemade plates. So I guess that kind of did give me the giggle a little bit, but the rest it was just it says they would never allow us to be together. I don't care. I want to marry you. But what will father think? I think it's all right. And then of course it just ends just like that. It just yeah, okay. All right. So that's Intruder Legolas one shot. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And guys, if you have any more short worst fanfic readings that you would like me to read, put a link to it in your comments. And also let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below too. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, my name is Sam, and good night, everybody.